Hey guys, I wrote a song.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, good, Ringo.
Fantastic.
You know what? I'm gonna put it right here. Right on the refrigerator. That way we'll get to see it every day.
All right.
Alright guys, how's it going? So I got a Beatles song for you today. It's been a long time. I don't know if I've ever even done a Beatles song. Probably. I think I did like Let It Be, some like Hendrix style thing. But anyway, so yeah, I didn't set out to learn this song or arrange it in an open tuning. I was doing that Vince Gill song, Go Rest High on That Mountain. And when I was in that open tuning in the key of D, I found the melody for Norwegian Wood while I was fishing around for stuff. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I found the other chords, realized I was in the wrong key. This is in the key of E, not D. It sounded good in D, it sounded right, but anyway, so I had to tune up a little bit. So anyway, it's a lot of fun to play. There's a lot of like extra notes ringing out of the same note, like a lot of extra E's all the time. So it almost kind of gives you that sitar-like drone with all that happening. But anyway, there's not a lot to it. It's kind of like sneaky, tricky to play. Even though like we're just using one finger at some points, it's still, there's a lot of like timing involved with it. But that's about it, man. So let's just go ahead and get into the tuning and the intro. Alright, so for the tuning, basically it's just a giant E power chord, right? It's just all E's and B's. So we're gonna have E, B, E, B, E, E. Alright, now tuning this B string up, you're going to tune up 2.5 steps to E. So there's a possibility you could snap a string, right? So I thought I'd try a different guitar. This one actually stays in tune better than that black Telecaster I was just using. So anyway, right, that's it. So that's E, B, E, B, E, E. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the main melody of the song. Alright, so for the main melody part, there's not a lot to it, right? This is all just phrasing and just being real careful not to mute out the other open strings when you're playing one string at a time. So you can use whatever fingers you want. I kind of use a combination of different ones all throughout. However you want to play it, however you feel comfortable. But it really is just about your right hand strumming like the vocal melody, and then get your left hand to sync up with that, right? So we'll have Alright, so the whole time you're kind of doing this waltz. It's in 6/8 time, so think like, I used the drum beat I had from Mazzy Star's Fade Into You when I did that song, right? So it's just bop ba da ba da bop ba da ba. Down, down, up, down, up. And you'll just keep that going throughout, and then just add in the notes. And obviously you'll have to change that pattern to phrase the melody and stuff, but that's the whole kind of vibe of the song. So strum all the strings open. Da 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 da. Then we're just gonna hammer on to 2nd fret on the G string with all the strings open. Back to open. Then we'll go 5 on D, down to 4 on D. And then we'll go 2 on D, and then 5 to 4 on D. All strings open again, right? then we'll go. Okay, all strings open. We'll go 3 on A to 5 on D. You can use your ring or pinky, whatever you feel comfortable. And then we'll go to 7 on the low E string with all the strings open. So you have open, and then 3 on A, all the strings open. Then when you go to 5 on D, have the open E and A with all the G, B, and E open. Back to 3, and then 7 on low E with everything open. Alright, so. Okay, then you just repeat that however many times it repeats it, right? And then from there, there's only like the 2-chord B section with the chorus. So let's go ahead and get into the chorus part. Alright, so for this little B section chorus part, we're basically just going between 2 chords, right? We're just going between E minor and A. Now when you do open tunings like this, there's always a compromise somewhere involved. And so with this, instead of playing a straight E minor, we have to play E minor 7 because of the way the guitar's tuned. We have to add in that D note, okay? And then when we go to A, we're going to start out on an A sus2 and then put down the major third and get into that, because the note he goes to, she asked me to stay in, na 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 na, he goes to the major third with the vocal melody part, right? So it's kind of an important note, but we'll hint at it, we'll kind of go back and forth, and just it works, right? So when you get out of the we're gonna start out all the strings open, then go D and G on 3. She asked. Okay, so a little bit of stretch on this next one. So we'll go 3 on D and G with all the strings open. She asked. And you just kind of go boom, bada bada boom, bada bada boom, bada bada boom, 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 right? Just kind of following the melody and all that stuff, right? Okay, so then you just walk down 3, hold down 3 on D, walk down 3 on G to 2 on G to open. Okay, then have all the strings open, then just hit 5 on A and D together. And then we're going to put our index finger down on 2 on G and get that C sharp there, that minor third or major third, right? And then we'll just go back and forth on that. You will mute out the B string. I guess if you could drop your wrist low enough to get it, but that ain't really worth it. You still have the high E here and the low E here, so you can't really notice. So I just mute out the B, and I just have 5 on A and D and 2 on G back and forth. Okay, then just back to it. Alright, so after that, when we go back into the little E minor 7 here, we'll walk it down 3-2 to open on the G, right? Strumming all notes. And after you hit that open G, then mute out the E, then have open A, have 2 on D, open G, 2 on B, and open E. Then hit the open A, and we'll have 2 on D, 4 on G, open B and E. Then we'll do that little walk down. Go 2 on 4, 2, 4, D and G. Then 2 on D and G. Then just 2 on D with open G. Want to leave out the low E on those, right? And then it just goes back into your melody, right? So we have let's start out. Back into the main melody part, and that's all there is to the song, man. The song is only like 2.5 minutes long or something, and there's not a lot to it, but man, I was tickled to death when I found this. I was like, wow, this song's been around like what, like 65 years, and I highly doubt anybody's ever thought to play it this way. And I would have never played it this way if I hadn't already been in a different tuning working on arranging a different song and just kind of came across it by accident. I thought I'd chase it down and share it, because man, especially like, man, like maybe you're missing a finger, maybe you got bad fingers, maybe you can't play it the way it's played originally, I don't know. This is kind of equally, it's a trade-off, right? Like there's some things that are easier about this than playing it the original way. Probably there's probably things that are more difficult playing it this way than the original way, but either way, I just thought I'd throw it out into the atmosphere and let you guys have some fun with it, mess around with it. A lot of fun to play, great for working on, you know, staying on the tips of your fingers, working on your right hand rhythm and everything and your timing. But that's it, just practice slow, have fun. See you next time.